Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera sahabat dan pemimpin Turkiye, Presiden Recep Tayyip Erdogan dan delegasi. Saya ucap terima kasih dan penghargaan kepada NCCIM dan DIK kerana menyelenggarakan majlis pada hari ini. And of course I need to also express my appreciation to both Ministers of Trade because of their effort in collaboration with the NCCIM and DIK. You have had this series of meetings, sessions earlier, but as expressed by President Erdogan, the execution of the plan is critical. 5.1 billion trade is of course an increase of almost 20% in a year. 18.9%. Now, if you compute that, say 20% a year, we should meet the target of $10 billion in 5 years. But knowing our impatience and the President's insistence, we should reach the target much earlier. There's a huge potential in Malaysia and in Turkey, both in terms of your strength in defense, our strength in semiconductor, your strength in tourism and food technology, our strength, I think, in terms of the penetration of markets within ASEAN and the region in Asia. I think we should collaborate well enough. You see, bilateral relations and diplomatic relations is not only based on economic imperative. It is based on sincere friendship and trust. And we have, after all these decades, learned the hard way and realized that the potential is not fully utilized and maximized. So I believe, therefore, having a common viewpoint, ideas, visions, will not be sufficient if we do not then support development. When I mentioned this interest in terms of managing the big collaboration in terms of petroleum and gas and the fields that I alluded to earlier, I am not ignoring the importance of SMEs, because SME, as many of you are represented today, are the backbone and pillar. In Malaysia, they are the vast majority. The strength is, of course, in the SMEs. And we want, therefore, both NCCIM and DIK, with the ministries, not only Ministry of International Trade of both countries, but various ministries, to also focus on the second tier, because they have this enormous potential to be supported and expanded. And we should have a forum, a special outfit, where we deal specifically for this tier, this what we consider as the capacity to innovate further, to be more creative, and to ensure that the SMEs are given priority. Malaysia, for example, is a national policy in our industrial master plan, do give some set of priorities. And then, of course, for the semiconductor, in the strategic semiconductor program. But we are not ignoring the importance. The entire strategy is based on the supply chain, and most of it are under that category. You see? We can talk about all the big multinationals and conglomerates, but we cannot ignore the fact that we can only succeed if we focus on the SMEs in terms of effective supply chain and being given a chance to expand. So I wouldn't bore you with the other details. I think we're here also to listen to my friend, President Tayyip Erdogan, because I think he exemplifies a leader who's very committed to execute the plan and build up Turkey as a greater nation. And I think we share that ideal, as we do for Malaysia and in the context of ASEAN. We are very fortunate, which I must emphasize, this final point. ASEAN happens to be one of the most peaceful regions in the world. And concomitant to that, it is also, incidentally, the fastest growing economy in the world. So, the avenues and the opportunities are great. And again, why I'm very bullish and confident that this synergy between Turkey and ASEAN would help, because the collaboration and the trust and friendship among ASEAN leaders is unrivaled compared to other countries that I know. We have, for example, very strong collaboration between, other than ASEAN as a group, in energy, ASEAN energy grid, right from Vietnam to Laos to Thailand, Cambodia, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Sarawak, Sabah, South Philippines, into, again, to Batam, Indonesia. That's just the energy grid, which gives this focus of that strength based on strong bond of friendship and trust. And then we are focusing also on digitalization of the whole region. We are working hard on this. My team has been focusing on this, and I am very optimistic. And then bilaterally or sub-regionally, Malaysia, Thailand, for example, focus on areas, our weakest areas, the poorest provinces in the north of Malaya, poorest provinces in the south of Thailand. We focus on economic development to secure peace in that area and also propel economic development. For the more successful or economically vibrant and dynamic area, Singapore and Johor, we have what is unique in any form of international relations, the Johor-Singapore Economic Zone. Two countries based on absolute trust, working together, promoting both region in the south and Singapore, both countries together. And this is, again, to me, a source of great satisfaction, because rarely do you find this. So Turkey is dealing with Malaysia with its capacity to expand its market and collaboration with other countries in ASEAN. So, tashakur, thank you and welcome.